Alright, we're back. 7-9's done, so on to 7-10 now. Gotta explain yourself. Must look exactly like a reunion member, huh? So you know each other. Right, so everything this guy said was a lie. You and Reunion have always been on the same side, isn't that right? Okay, did you find any food? The people in the shelter don't have long. What more do you want from me? So get you someplace safe first. Stay away from her guard. Staying back. No, things might be hard to explain. You have to be careful. All the Ursus here have become infected of no fault of their own, and they've had a tough time. Most of them are already on the verge of mental breakdown. All it takes is someone to push them over the edge. Had it tough. You're psycho murderers, sadistic freaks. Because you look at what happened to me. Look what I've become. You don't leave right now, the devils will find you. You'll be handed over to Reunion. Patriots troops have completely pulled out of this area. If you're caught, I can't save you at this point. Just let me die. I'd rather die than watch you monsters run rampant. While gorillas are the so-called ages of the infected, are they any different from the rest of the Reunion? They are. Without them, we'd be dead already. Tell them then, right now. If they're just trying to do the right thing, why are they still with Reunion? Why do they do this to our homes? Why aren't they rebelling? Why aren't they walking out? Why do they do all this even knowing we've been spat on, persecuted, and killed? Why didn't your great gorillas fight back against the patrolling devils? Why? I watched them use their own hands to rip tear. Patriot can't be everywhere at once. When Patriot has to command his forces to defend the sanctity of life, something has gone terribly wrong. But as long as the guerrillas still continue to pass through this area, I can assure you that the truly wicked in Reunion will not set foot here. As the difference between Reunion's thugs and Patriot's guerrilla warriors, Patriot and Sarkaz as a whole are much more disciplined than Reunion's ranks. Where are they then? Why aren't they here? When they left, the other infected were so much worse, so cruel. How's that not their fault? If not for the guerrillas, they never would have turned against us like this, right? They're just out for revenge on the guerrillas. You're wrong. The guerrillas did the right thing, and while, as you said, some may be trying to take your revenge on the guerrillas. Give you a chance to survive, so Reunion is retaliating against them. That is all. No, they did more than that. One might even say they're defending your dignity. I saw it with my own eyes. I saw a soldier telling the others to call you by your names rather than your numbers. Is that right? The reason they left us alone was so that we could help you when they're away. Chernobog has already been cut up into many pieces. There are some places that the guerrillas are stationed, but also many where they are not. If no one can maintain discipline, that if you want to survive, you can only depend on us. That's even assuming we survive. And do you believe what I just said just now? No, cause girl. Look, he's Reunion. How can you believe anything coming from Reunion? And what about me? Am I supposed to buy into their bullshit now that I'm infected? Look, the people you said wanted to murder us, aren't they Reunion? Now that I'm infected, is Reunion suddenly going to take me in and treat me better? How the hell am I supposed to know who's who and which one of you is going to kill me? You, Reunion, all of you should just... Amia. Dr. Cal. Don't get worked up. Cal, we should keep moving. Why are you here? You of all people. Are you trying to eradicate Reunion completely? Rhodes Island, you're really no better. Forget that for now. The Sarkaz mercenary patrol is going to pass through this warehouse soon. If you don't deal with them, or at least hide, they're going to find us and take us away. Not to mention the regular reunion patrols. We don't have much time to find supplies. That's why so many are starving and short on medicine. There's a lot of death among the people of Chernobog. Emiya, Dr. Cal, also Dr. A. I really hope you can trust me, or at least find somewhere to hide. Guard. Infected Ursa's woman. You mean me? Infected Ursa's woman, I have some honest questions for you. Your accent. You're from the capital of the Empire, aren't you? The way we speak, it's so old-fashioned. You're educated. I was a copyist at a university before. It's all gone now, thanks to you, Infected. Alright, do you trust the man behind you, our infected former employee, now with Reunion? Huh. He's your employee. One of Rhodes Island's functions is helping innocent infected survive in a combat environment. Whether or not you are innocent remains to be seen. However... Dr. Cal. What are you doing? You're what is... Never thought I'd see a day when a monster was after me. The blade pressed against your throat has an incision angle of only 8 degrees. Another 6 millimeters deeper and it severs an artery. Miss. Did he truly work so hard to ensure survival as he claimed? What are you asking? What are you getting at? Did he and his reunion element or any part thereof threaten your life or take any action to harm you? I would deal with him in accordance with your response. Are you threatening me with his life? We have nothing to do with each other. About him individually, did he go along with your union and your crimes against humanity? Dr. Cal, I'm insulted. I can only rely on the words of eyewitnesses and victims, since you claim to have guaranteed her right to life. Then I have only the young lady's testimony by which to adjudicate your claim. You gave only your side of the story, but what she says is also. She's in a different position. You have power. You can use violence. It doesn't matter what you did with that violence. I felt it. I mean, it's a sarcasm. The targets are getting close. Couldn't, but did he or did he not protect you from reunion? Did he or did he not effectively keep you safe from their aggression? Dr. Cal, the patrol is here. It's not the guerrillas. Don't let them. You're not making any sense. I'm confident our actions are well within ethical parameters of Ursus. It was you who made the accusation against him. He did go out regularly about this time. Dr. Cal, let me stop the sarcasm, or at least let me get them to go someplace else. Need an answer. Speak or we will never know the truth. 24 meters out in a straight line, very close. 22 meters. Monster. Dr. Cal? No, he didn't. He didn't do anything wrong. At least nothing I saw. Emiya, doctor. You put on a good show. Thank you for your time. Darn, Dr. Cal, I knew it. Let's go, doctor. Our next target is Reunion's Sarkaz patrol team. Coming too. Guard was it? You're wrong about me, but I'll protect you. I'll get your revenge for you. They'll pay for what they did to you and my family and the common people. They'll all pay for all of it. The ritual has no effect on these Sarkaz, but our Sarkaz operators aren't immune. Why? But they didn't look like they were with the guerrilla team. Strange. Rosmontis. Thank you. I'm going on patrol. Don't thank me. Like Amy always say, you don't thank people for doing their jobs. The effects of the oropathy inhibitor will take a while to show, but for now you should be feeling a lot less pain. Take the medicine back to the others. There isn't much, probably only enough for 1 dose, but it will help with acute symptoms. Do you really come to help us? Sorry, but we can't help you more than this. You have to defeat the leader of Reunion before we can do anything else. Also, if Reunion breaks into a full-scale riot again, I think we won't be able to handle them. All those things I said to you, I wasn't like this before. I used to hate you people, but now I'm like you. Everyone hates me too. Very nearly killed him, but without his help, you might already be dead. But every time he let us go find supplies, someone died. I thought for sure that was proof he was working for Reunion to toy with us. Even though we're already infected, does Reunion really hate the Earths so much? You don't need much to indulge in the ugliest side of their nature. Just giving them free reign can contaminate every part of a city. Dr. Cal, you scared me. I mean, you shouldn't be letting these games get the better of you. Just once or twice is enough. You spoil our plans if you waste so much time talking. So Dr. Cal, if she lied, were you really going to kill me? I didn't lie though. Just hypothetically, not every infected is so honest after they've been hurt. I've acted on impulse before myself. No, of course not. You're a Rhodes Island operator. I trust you over all others. Let's call it a form of psychological treatment for her. Naturally, the way you and she respond to it proved your innocence. But that look on your face was so dark and terrifying. I really thought you were going to do it. Your act was way too convincing. Sounds fine to me. I wouldn't do it, but I'd like to make people think that I would. Dr. Cow, you really pushed it. No more terrorizing Guard. Fine. Don't worry, Guard. If she did go too far, I would have stepped in to stop her. That'll last spike your emotional state. Should I help you recuperate? Oh, no need. I'd be awful weak if I needed amnia treatment after just that. After all, the one I really worry about is the little one standing by a door. Being that's looking better, she and I sorted things out, and I think I get, but I still can't let go of the time she split a person clean in half at the sweep of a claymore. It's gonna be with me my whole life. Oh, I know the incident you're talking about. Alright, did you know she saved 4 civilian lives during that operation, that the military was testing weapons on them? She killed an abandoned weapons-grade experimental caster they'd brought from a Sargon slaver. The entire batch of casters had their pituitary glands surgically removed. Glands were replaced by a Regium device that kept them moving without input from their own nervous systems. They were already dead. Only Rosmontis with her unique fighting style could destroy the experimental infected organs. She did nothing wrong. So that's what happened. Guard, I think you misjudged Rosmontis the same way that young lady misjudged you. What you look like and any rumors going around you are anyone's first window into your personality. No matter what you did, they'd be looking at you as Reunion first. But if you never got past the surface, we'd never know anything, let alone learn to trust. If no one tries to find the truth, then no matter how hard we work to sow its seeds, they won't germinate. Anyway, Rosmontis is right in front of you. Why don't you just ask her? Ask her. What do you want to ask? Rosmontis sure is scary. Not like that. She won't know what to say. Rosmontis, what are you here for? My mission. And like I said, getting revenge for my family. I'm done asking. I don't even know why I asked. I was angry at Azazel before, but now I was rude to Rosmontis. What a mess I am. But you trust Patriot. Tell us about Patriot and his guerrillas, and about Reunion. I'm pretty sure Dr. Cal and Dr. A here can make sense of it. The only reason there's anyone still left alive, why so many Ursus were able to make it through Chernobog, is because Patriot and his guerrillas, and the people who respect him. When the guerrilla fighters were around, there was peace, and we dare to raise a hand against anybody else. Not only did they hand out supplies and resources, but they even worked to make the locals' lives a little better. Patriot was going to let me leave the city, but I decided to stay to see how things turned out. Overheard him talking to the leader of Azazel. I think even if it's all an act, he's at least working hard to keep up the act. Also, Mr. Scout died there to protect me. Patriot respected Mr. Scout. Scout was an operator who sacrificed himself in Chernobog. Scout? Rosmontis? What happened to Scout? Why can't I remember? He died. This emptiness, is that him? Scout, I forgot again. But I guess the terminal, how can I forget again? January 3rd, an old man with white hair brought a charred, blackened object. Mechanists couldn't stand after seeing it. The old man nodded and left. Dr. Cal didn't say anything, only patted my head. It was Scout's. Scout is gone too. Scout was the one who didn't even have a shadow, wasn't he? Wouldn't he be the one who came back even when everyone else died? Wasn't he the one with never-ending story? Scout. I searched the logs. Scout made me a bow, but that's a toy for little girls. I don't play with toys anymore. Why did Scout die? Why? Rosmontis. Give me your hand. Close your eyes, Rosmontis. Turns out elite operators aren't that different from my teammates. Dr. A, I've got something to say. On your rescue operation, Scout led the recon team. He never knew you like you are now, but he said he knew you before, like Ace. He held back the sarcasm mercenaries to save my life. Young Scout, he could have easily gone out if he wanted to. He told me to tell you something, right? I remember it. He said he would never forget fighting by your side. He also said he also wanted you to stop being a commander, but things being what they are, I think you probably can't just sit by and watch. Boss sacrificed himself to save me too. That means I've got 2 elite operators' lives on my shoulders. But Mr. Scout said they didn't die for any one person. They died for an idea. His team did, and so did mine. So I decided to look into Reunion. I had to see where things were going and how I could help Rhodes Island. I saw the guerrillas had their own idea, a firm pure conviction that they were fighting for. They were a little more savage, of course, but they never found joy in violence. That's why I saw in them. If Reunion was supposed to be about liberating the infected, then the guerrillas, they were to exterminate their oppressors. They had to exterminate those who enslaved the infected and those who threatened the common folk, all of them to a man. It's because of the Patriot. Patriot taught them, led them, and protected them. Before Patriot set out from Chernobog on a mission, I had a talk with him. Just how old is that warrior? But he still shared some of his booze with me. It was the first time anybody treated me like that. He may indeed be much older than you think. Have you heard the legend about him leaving Ursus? I have. He led an entire elite division out of Ursus. The Great Rebellion proved to be fertile ground for all sorts of things that otherwise would have been absurd. Truth is, there aren't many of those soldiers he led out of Ursus left. Their clashes with Ursus regulars must have costed him a lot of men. Most of his guerrillas are fresh recruits, people who volunteered to join when they fought in the Northwest Tundra. Their battles, their prestige, and their ideals all won them recruits. They used to work well with the leader of Reunion, but for some reason, maybe related to the burning hate the infected have for the people of Ursus, things turned out like this. It is what it is. Everyone alive today suffers catastrophes, madness, and death. All kinds of suffering that this world heaps upon them. Tatiana. Oh, Tatiana. I remember your name is Tatiana. That's right. Does your knee hurt? What's that? 3 days ago, you tripped trying to run away. Got better a while ago. I'm Ursus. It's not like whatever your race is. Us Ursus are much sturdier. I'm glad. It looked pretty nasty. Here I am doing a medic operator's job without any training. I got a lot on my plate, Dr. Cal. Understand. Meg didn't come with you. Why bring her up? Don't worry about it. I can tell by a look on Rosmontis' face what happened. We've lost a lot of people. Rhodes Island fights on. I'm getting the impression that you don't know the core city is on a collision course with Lungmen. What? Oh, are you talking about helping the Reunion forces at the Battle of Lungmen? Moving the core city is Reunion's only play. I heard about that. The core city is broadcasting an Ursus identification code. Huh. What? Hold up. No, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Now you know why we're here. What's the problem? Makes the Rhodes Island hand gesture for so quiet. Nothing. You've been talking so long. If Patriot and his men are as good as you say, why is Reunion still running amok here in Ursus? Because Reunion shouldn't be doing this. Huh. Guard, I think you would be a great help to our operation since you're familiar with both the local infected and Reunion. Would you be willing to rejoin our team? Oh, but you can't leave yet, can you? Right, I'm sure you can tell just by looking at me, right, Amia? Sorry, I know I'm about a decade older than you, but sometimes you make me feel like a kid. No need to blame yourself. I could even say Rhodes Island will honor your work. But you're in a very dangerous position. Guard, if Reunion falls here, your work to save the infected and maintain their basic living conditions will become much more difficult. Are you all worried about that could come to pass? No, I'm not, because Reunion has Patriot. As long as he's here, Reunion won't fall. A lot of guerrilla fighters left camp and gathered up. I'm thinking that's because he may be back already. And if he's here, I believe Reunion can still change. But Reunion lacks the impetus to change. Looking at the evidence, Tallulah has certainly not devoted herself to cause. Chernobog's core city, the ruins of Chernobog back there, and the Ursus infected. We can't forget that the Ursus dirt army is still out there waiting to act. That will make everything drastically worse. But I know Reunion is relatively strong, and there are a few things Rhodes Island can't handle. This is one of those things. Rhodes Island is a corporation, Dr. Cal has been very clear about that. Time and time again. I believe in Boss and Mr. Scout, and I believe in Patriot. I know, aren't you mad at Amia? Why should I be mad at you over things we can't do and things we haven't done? So much happened these past 2 weeks, and we've all changed a lot. But we're not about to turn on each other because of the infected. I think all that happened in Chernobog and what Guard and I saw were the same. Correct, I still can't stand hurting people like that, no matter who's doing it to who. I won't stand for it. If Patriot wants a clean house in Reunion, I have to stand with him, with his men, and with all the Reunion members who believe in Patriot. We do not consider your new way of thinking to be a threat to our interests. In fact, we encourage all our operators to learn more about the outside world, seek out their own goals, and build their self-confidence. Our ideas are constantly changing. Thank you, Dr. Cal Amia. Oh yes, you can also contact the doctor later. Happy to be of help. As for my responsibilities at Rhodes Island, Amia, Dr. Cal would be more important. I won't put it that way, Guard. It's more important to decide for yourself what you want to do. And personally, I think that any of us would have done the same in your position. Different people make different choices. If something's important to you, it's important. I hope you find a place for yourself among these Ursus like you want. I hope you can protect those deserving of protection. Are you looking at me? I'm not, no reason, just thinking. Oh yes, regarding your pay, I'm afraid your work here doesn't support a salary. Sorry. Also, Guard, please do tell me. If Patriot betrays Tallulah, what happens then? That won't happen. Patriot trusts Tallulah deeply. Now, what about the other way around? Dr. Cal. What if Tallulah betrays Patriot? Or what if I told you we encountered a Reunion Commander Frostnova and by any objective measure are responsible for her death? Dr. Cal, what are you saying? That's Patriot's daughter. If you fight Patriot, that would be the worst case scenario, and it's what the puppet masters would want. If Tallulah really is turning a blind eye to, or even allowing the infected to harm innocent civilians in spite of Patriot's stance, I believe that's no longer just turning a blind eye. A lot of infected will make Patriot into a target. Those who don't know the truth, and those who let their hatred get the better of them. And those who want to. Have to go. Have to tell Patriot. But Rhodes Island. Will he be your enemy? I didn't think things would turn out like this. It's not the obvious step for Reunion to take. Whether Misha or Frostnova. Us, Reunion, and Lungman too. We can't let anyone else slip through the cracks. Doctor, we still have a lot to do. Just think of what comes next is making me tired. But before that, we have to find Madame Chen. And most importantly, the leader of Reunion. She's the cause of all of this. Right, Team Manager 2, come in. The captain has determined Reunion's communication method. It's primitive, even artificial looking. As for personnel, she's just about done clearing the area. Not the guerrillas though, they're tough. Should we eliminate them? No need for that. Not here to eliminate them, or have them butcher each other. Not here to stir up internal conflict. They should oppose those who misled them. Now, that's their question. I'm good. Naturally not now. Their spirit is rotten, but their fabrication of a backbone still remains. Take it away or break it and watch them crumble. That's what we might have done at first. Tallulah was a step ahead of us. She stirred the conflict and fanned its flames. I really thought that she had gone mad, but this is poison, not madness. The infected and people of the city will surely rise up. Tallulah gave them a chance to intermingle and build bridges. She must still have a queen on the board, or she won't be so bold. I firmly believe that she wants to destroy Reunion in the most dishonorable way possible. This is a poison that we must neutralize, but all this hinges on what Burekasi decided to do. Looks like we successfully infiltrated a core city. Because what we do next can hardly be called an infiltration, Dr. A. As I said when we started, infiltration is only about 20% of our plan here. To get to a core command tower and the generator area to halt Chernobog's movement, we will have to go through a central district. Now the enemies in our path are not your run-of-the-mill Reunion, nor are they brutish Sarkaz sellswords. Reunion's running low on leaders. Let's put W aside for now. As a tactician, you should be more concerned about this than about Tallulah, Reunion's tyrant. The infected guerrillas of the northern plains, a thorn in the hinterland of Ursus's 4th Army to the northwest. Since formation, it has only ever one leader. Ordinary resistance fighters get slaughtered, but these guerrillas were able to turn the tables on the butchers. Local stakeholders could request the mobilization of a division or two to knock them out, but it would be taken as an admission of incompetence to the generals and the state council. The war raged on for so long that the infected hiding out in the snow came to call the guerrillas their Aegis. The Aegis of the infected. The A Squad was one of its subsets, and its members did not solely consist of infected. The exiles, the fanatics, the maimed, Elvins, Durin, and Sarkaz, the guerrillas, did not fight for the infected alone. Sounds familiar. Oh, it's exactly what you're thinking. Just like Rhodes Island, yes. Just as before, Rhodes Island will benefit from your intuition, Dr. A. I thought you wouldn't appreciate that. Would you rather I didn't? You want me to reprimand you, Dr. A? No, I don't think you do, and I don't think there's anything wrong with what you said. In an unexpectedly apt analogy, the guerrilla fighters also trust only one commander and embrace only one commander. Yes, Doctor, this guerrilla force is another sort of Rhodes Island, but their leader, no. Dr. A, prepare yourself well, or you regret it. Even though one of our objectives is to clear a path through a central district to a bridge and generator area. For your own safety, I still hope you and Amia will not face him. But this is all inevitable, that I only repeat what I just said. Prepare yourself well, Dr. A, and before you face him, you must prepare to face his guerrillas. I rarely offer my advice to others, Doctor, but that is Patriot, Burekasi. Still another block. Now I have to tell Patriot. If Tallulah lets these people strike at the guerrillas, then guerrilla they will be killed by their own. Patriot is the only level-headed one left in Reunion. Where do you think you're going? You Sarkaz. What brigade are you with, and what business do you have in the central district? Explain it to me. Oh, or maybe you're with the old Wendigo. You. The prey ran right up to me on his own. What did you learn, weak little infected outlander? Chernobog Central District, 1:20 p.m. Right, yeah, this is Cal. We're on the edge of the Central District, 410 meters out from the warehouse, 1767 southwest. Our aiming position Is the operation going according to plan? Unimpeded. The situation on the ground seems to be in line with our expectations. Union has deployed the guerrilla fighters at hubs throughout the core city and stationed Reunion regulars or Sarkaz mercenaries elsewhere. It would be unwise to spread their defenses thinly across the entire map. They will gather elites in a few key locations. That's what I would do if I were leading Reunion. Dr. Cal, you want to speak to Radia and patients. I do too. We're on a mission next time, okay? Oh, okay. Radiant, I have Amia here for you. Right. Radiant, this is Amia. What kind of operator is Radiant? Well, you saw how Amia and Rosmontis reacted. Our younger personnel love Radiant, but she may be a little too warm and friendly for adults. The adolescents have the most trouble with her. Why? Their need to self-actualize tends to conflict with Radiant's persistent motherliness. I generally avoid putting them in the same team. You should check the manual for such details when planning. Right, I saw Radiant, yes. That's correct. No, that's not a standard tactic for guerrilla fighters. It's more like, like a military. Yes, like the doctor said, Reunion has mixed things up a bit, but you can still see the shadow of the Ursus military here. They've undergone strict military training. Yes, that's likely. The core network of Reunion personnel could be infected who have received Ursus military training. They're the only ones who could gather up such a large group of infected. It's clear that this battle won't be an easy win for us. No, I'm fine. Montes and I, all the Rhodes Island operators, we all wanted to be here. It's okay, Radiant. I have Dr. A and Dr. Cal with me. Alright, Amy, it's time to begin. Alright, okay, Radiant. It's up to you and Dr. Cal. First things first, we have to make good use of our comms. Team R4, activate your equipment. Radiant, it will take Rosmontis 10 minutes to cast her arts. During that time, we cannot lose comms for even a split second, unless we determine that we have to disconnect. Continued use of Iridium arts will cause you discomfort, and if nausea becomes unbearable, you are to immediately take the supplement I've formulated for you. Moderate dizziness is a side effect. It won't harm your nervous system, but it will massively drain your strength. Be careful not to overdose. After the first 10 minutes, you can take the intermittent breaks. Do not overexert yourself. We're asking a lot of you, Radiant. Rosmontis, all of the enemy's messages will be sent to your portable terminal via Radiant. Feel them and log them. Should their location change, you cannot lose them. Seize their feelings and log them again. Reach out with your body, Rosmontis, and picture yourself roaming the city. Understand, Dr. Cal. Amia, I know. You have your work cut out for you. If anything anomalous happens, I will stop your casting. The instant you feel any pain, let me know. Rosmontis, I'm going closer to you. Yes, I'm ready too. I'm not scared, Amia. Don't be scared of me. I won't. I'm not scared of Rosmontis. We won't be afraid. They touch foreheads. Amia is stabilizing Rosmontis' emotions. You may not want to look directly at them, Doctor. It is unwise for any but the most tragically afflicted warriors to look directly at the expansion of the essence of Rosmontis' arts. It can't mean our little bunny. I figured you'd realize it sooner. Or that you already knew, but hadn't indicated as much to me. But yes, Dr. A. Amiya's battles, both physical and mental, have been far beyond what any human being should have to endure. What have you done? 2 or 3 would be okay. The more people share the burden, the better. Dr. A, I'm not talking specifically about memory or a battlefield experience. This refers to demands on both responsibility and physical ability. If you like, you could hold Amiya's hand to share that burden. No, not today anyway. You and I have another urgent task. We need to buy them precious time. A pharmaceutical company investigates the root cause of a problem, adapts to the environment, allocates functions appropriately, and looks for a breakthrough. Our target is a smaller, more precise than then our target is smaller and more precise than in a conventional battle. A small tactical assault team's work is closer to a surgery than it is to a firefight. What the warmongers can't do falls in our area of expertise. Rhodes Island is going to take out the enemy command into Core City. All our objective centers are on rooting out the cause of this disease. But even if you excise the cancer, if the cause of the problem remains unknown to us, it will not be fundamentally solved. Doctor, I do hope you will give this due consideration. Who are our patients? Normal infected, the Ursus who were infected, Reunion or this city? And where is the cause of this disease? We discussed how Reunion is not maintaining a city's communication networks. It has become clear that Tallulah deliberately kept uranium clusters from the catastrophe in the city to maintain a state of chaos. That will massively disrupt our communications. Even our most advanced equipment will not function under these conditions. But now, thanks to Elite Operator Radian, we can make use of the otherwise chaotic airwaves. That leaves us with a direct, reliable method of communication and a tactical advantage. One advantage isn't enough. True. You saw the runners carrying megaphones. The guerrillas used these antiquated methods to carry intelligence and orders in encrypted messages. I have yet to properly map the movements of these runners, but Rosmontis is working on it. Their transmissions may not be instantaneous, but are limited in range. What is the most stable and disciplined method in a hostile environment? Okay, guess what's wrong with this method? Squad can't survive without its head. Correct. The real commander's location is hidden. What would you do in that position, Doctor? I'd have to cause some chaos first. Correct. Now we focus our thinking. This is another tactical advantage. Doctor, the Arts Montes is releasing will show us the location of every runner in their patrol routes. She will expand her consciousness and capture every physical structure within range. At the same time, her mental state will grow increasingly chaotic. Ami is working to flatten those emotions. Radiant is the core of our communications. With her arts, we can communicate unimpeded for a short period of time. We just need to wait for Rosmontes to finish her part, then we go. For now, the guerrillas know nothing about us. They are completely unaware that we are targeting their communications, or that we are able to work against the ancient Sarkaz witchcraft. We do have our methods, limited as they may be. After striking the runners, the guerrillas will respawn. Within a half hour, they will have new runners working, and they will be hardened against further attacks. They will be on high alert, and may not have weaknesses to exploit. What's more, we will have exposed our positioning and tactics, putting us in a difficult situation. However, we only need to execute a single surgical strike. With that one blow, we will force out their command unit. The guerrillas won't be expecting another infected spec ops team. This is a tactical advantage. We're concerned with implementation. Will it work? I'm not going to exaggerate. Dr. A, even if our 3 tactical advantages, we are more likely to fail than succeed. Why do it like this? Because anything else would be even less likely to succeed. Rosmontis should have started her search. Hold your breath and don't look. First, I found 3. Osmontis, you're okay. Come here a little closer. 4? Yeah, I'm running my finger over your ear like this. You can hear it. These are just fragments of your imagination. Have you seen it all before? 5? Doctor, are you afraid of getting hurt? Huh. These 3 teams will split up for the fight. Each will be responsible for enemy teams and crippling the runners in a different sector. We cannot give them a chance to get the word out. Each of our squads will also redistribute their power projection, which I have already planned for. Don't worry. As for you, you're with me. Do I have to? Bring your security specialist. You can't refuse, I think. The guerrillas' equipment is of excellent quality, similar to that of the Ursus military, and they keep to discipline and tactics even more harshly and effectively. Sarkaz, Ursus, Liberi, and other races all united under a single banner. You are safe only under my protection. I don't want Rosmontis to kill you by accident, and I don't want Amia to distract herself trying to protect you. And Radian, you haven't even met. You can't cause trouble with me. Wait, Rosmontis. Radiant, sever Rosmontis' connection now. Amia, her mental state. But Rosmontis, the scene I reached out to was stable. Nothing strange was happening. It shouldn't have. It's falling. She's looking at the sky. Lost. She's lost. She's falling. Body temperature dropping. Shortness of breath. Sharp decrease in endorphin levels. Does she need the injection? This isn't like Radiant using supplements to replenish her energy. Rosmontis' arts throw off a balance inside her body, but not an entirely biological one. Injecting steroids to increase her hormone production can seriously disrupt her endocrine system that could result in a failure of her inhibitor functions. You left me. Why I have to? Why'd you leave me? But this is very bad. Bad is not an excuse to indulge in my incompetence. Dr. A, I will not resort to emergency measures that cause permanent bodily harm, no matter how effective they may be. Rosmontis' problem is not biological. She is the only one who can solve it. Rosmontis. Rosmontis, look at my hand. Dr. Cal. Look at Dr. Cal's hand. My hand is stroking your face now. Look, Dr. Cal is here. Look at me. Rosmontis, Cal doesn't have much time to stay with you. Neither does Amia. Outcast, Misery, Blaze, or anyone else. But for now, Amia and I are here. Keep pushing, Rosmontis. Walk forward. Yes, Rosmontis, over here. Walk this way, on the deck. It's very hard, I know, but Rosmontis, this is the deck. You can step on it. You won't fall through. This is Rhodes Island. We're here with you. I'm here with you. I know. Her breathing, it's stabilizing. Dr. Cal, give me the data. Okay. Radiant, connect Rosmontis' terminal. She's okay. I'm sure, do it. Second. 7. I see. Her Rosmontis is standing now. Her consciousness is peaceful and harmonious. Oh, it's like a fluffy basket holding her dreams. Refined, Dr. Cal. Fluffy basket. It suits you. Oh. Amy is turning red, Dr. A. I didn't want you to see that. It's okay. Okay. Again, Amy. Let's go forward a bit. I can feel it. Third? Dr. Cal, I found him. All of them. We're ready. Yes, thank you, and thank you, Amia. Don't thank me for doing my job, Rosmontis. No need. You know I love saying that, don't you? But you took me to a bridge and to a mountain, and the clouds were so pretty. It's a long road. Let's go, Amia. We can go down. Radiant, split the connections. You can take 5. Amia, Rosmontis, keep the channel clear. Okay, now, Radiant. Dr. Cal, Rosmontis. Time to fight. It looks like you have something on your mind. Your tone is much softer than it used to be. That's not what you're thinking, but if you'd like, I can be harsher with you. When talk about the silver-haired girl, we're very lucky back there. Taking a step back, it may be that Rosmontis likes you. She controlled her outburst. Otherwise, you would have been off your own tongue watching Amy and I guide her and seeing the manifestation of her arts. Rosmontis was born in a lab. She did not suffer the same tragedy as most experimental infected. She did not die from the increasingly cruel experiments. As the project moved forward, she gradually crushed the entire facility. The lab did not destroy her, she destroyed it. Her arts are tied to her mental state. The group that found her and smuggled her to Rhodes Island has made it clear that Rosmontis does not exist. I know what you're thinking, and no, though force or coercion, I would never allow an individual who has been through that to become an operator. But Rosmontis herself chooses responsibility, training, and companionship. If her subconscious arts usage causing constant damage, the caster operators decided to train her. She had to mature faster than the others, which she fortunately wanted to do. We didn't want to abandon her to the wilderness. We did not want to inject her with suppressants, and we certainly didn't want Rose Island to be reduced to a heap of pulverized shrapnel. This solution was our last resort. We had to train her to use her arts, rather than indulge or imprison her. She's like Amy in some ways, and unlike her in others. I don't quite understand. Let me finish, please. They are alike in that they will both fight to the end for other people. As for how they're different, you know, Amy has never wanted to make enemies, even when forced to do so. She fights back her tears, reluctantly destroying her enemies. But Rosmontis, I could say, Doctor, that Rosmontis, she's never given up on a mission. Faced with any situation, she handles it appropriate and wins. That is simultaneously reasonable and comprehensible annihilation specialist Rosmontis. She's an elite operator for no other reason than she met the standards across the entire battery of tests. The operators who feared her came to know what she really was like and ultimately put their lives in her hands, because she protects them with all her power. The Blaze won the respect of our people through leadership of her team. Rosmontis fought for their respect. She heard their expectations and exceeded them. But there are practical considerations to her participation here. There are other operators with detection arts similar to Rosmontis with different casting conditions. Rosmontis can do more than just locate. You've seen the way she fights. Dr. A, we allowed Rosmontis to join this op because she is the best operator for the job, and because she believes as much herself. Her arts are also enough to help Amy and I face the leader of the guerrillas, Patriot of Reunion. Yellow's Dr. Cal, the abandoned trolley station behind the fallen restaurant sign. The gate of number 4 secondary school, 3rd floor of the town hall clock tower. Acknowledged. Copy. I'll go to the town hall, Dr. Cal. And we go to number 4 secondary school, Doctor. Move. I'll help you command, Dr. Cal. Precisely. Rosmontis, Amy, and I will deal with the runners, and you. Dr. A, you will command our free units and slow the guerrilla fighters. Remember, we target only the enemies we can target. Once the guerrillas regroup, we fall back. We are here to complete our objective, not to entertain some fantastical idea of a direct fight. This will be a protracted fight. We could suffer casualties or even total defeat. If that happens, we could be facing a new dark age for the infected. The best possible outcome for us could be that the command squad does not appear. We head straight for the command tower and the generator area, leaving the Reunion infected to handle their own problems with the infected. But you won't, not this guerrilla commander. He won't lose control of the battle and watch his team fall apart. It is not faith alone that keeps his people together. He has the strength to live up to his name. After this battle, if all goes well, we will commit everything to conflict with their command squad. We will face down while the rockets see. Runner 3 down. Runner 7 destroyed. Runner 8 intercepted. Radiant, execute the feint. Use their arts to extend or hit their nervous systems directly. Pull all the enemies. So tough. Is everyone okay? No problems yet, but it's really intense. I've never seen combat on this scale before. I'm due for a vacation if I make it back from this. Right, I'll prove it. But first, let's knock out this team. Then if you want to raise a vacation, a specific assignment, I'll grant it anything. Incoming. Don't get distracted back in formation. A major firefight for the east exit. Stay calm, push ahead slow. Don't give them an opening. These don't look like an Ursus or Yon tactics. What's going on? Who are they? After picking off Ursus soldiers for years, now we get ambushed. No actual fighting, cowards. You pay for underestimating the guerrillas. Watch the altar. The protection the captain gave us only mitigates its effects. He told us a million times not to go near it unless we have to. Rather get the other teams on the horn. No response. Where are the mortars and the devils? Hold on, something's not right. Runner 12 destroyed. The guerrilla fighters are closing ranks. Now's our best chance to break through. No, it could be a trap. Roger. Rosmontis, let's scan the areas of arts. I can't reach it. The enemy is blocking me somehow. Sarcast casters, they're the only ones who could interfere with arts like Rosmontis'. Then it's up to me. Radiant, how long can you keep it up? It would be quick. I found them. Yes, they have a lot of snipers and casters hidden in those buildings. They're calm, some agitated, but they're not fanatics. They're fortifying that point. Duty. The doctor is right. It's a trap. I'm nearby. I'm coming. Can you do it? Yes, I won't smash the whole building. I'll just destroy the level they're on so they won't bother us. I mean, I can do it. Right, Rosmons? I know you can, definitely. I mean, will you pay Fumi then? Or what? I heard Blaze say there aren't many people who can make you pay food them. Pay food, does that mean respect? Sorry, I'm not so good with the Yan language. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. I don't know, Amia. Doesn't matter because I've always pay food Rosmontis. They're amazing, really. I couldn't do what you do. I couldn't bear that loss and loneliness. There's no way I could live with it like you do, suffer through it like you do. You're lying. But it doesn't matter to me. Even if you're a liar, you're still Amia to me. Someone could pay for a person like me. It's like you just said, Rosmontis. You're Osmontis, so I respect you. So both an elite operator as both an elite operator and a friend. Keep at it, Rosmontis. Okay, we'll keep at it. Where are they? What are they waiting for? No, we can't leave the area. We strike as soon as they show their faces. No one else falls out of contact. There's that enemy on top of that building over there. A cat. Just one little feline. Runner, tell the casters. Enemy deployed a caster on the building across the way. We gotta take her out. A sword, a weapon. She's pulling them out of the air. Huh, floating weapons. Slice from here to there. Hold it with my hands, cut with the sword. Like slicing a potato. Like slicing a potato. Doctor, get over here. The whole building got cut in half. Rosmontis is destroying the guerrillas' ambush point. Watch for falling debris. What the hell was that? Assuming you're talking about Rosmontis' art, it may be time to explain it to you now that you've seen it so many times. It is a state of mind she shapes herself. You can think of it like Rosmontis has a gigantic second invisible body that cannot be acted upon. It is a formless extension of her sense of touch. She can grab, squeeze, lift up, and toss away. But these arts lack objective manifestation, as opposed to her subjective mind. It can't act upon us with force, but we cannot act upon it. We only know it exists with the application of special regium arts. We need not grasp it fully. That is not your area of expertise. Rosmontis was much more destructive before we put a weapon in her hands. A lot like being crushed beneath the treads of a nomadic city. All that's left is a crying young girl alone in the ruins. Under no circumstances can that be allowed to happen again. Doctor, move. Let's see it. The command group is coming. There should be a waterway under the ruins of this park foundation. They hid in such an inconspicuous place. The story of the ambush on Greymane Peak that supposedly involves 7 straight days of stakeout and tricked the strongest of knights may well have been true. Let's go, Dr. A. No time to lose. Radiant, ceasefire, find a good place to hide. I need you to focus on keeping our comms up. Manager 2, log all our conversations. Every last word. Renegade Group 14 successfully intercepted. Amia, Dr. Cal, I'm ready. Are you okay? Talk to me. Look at me. Good, you're with us. I'm okay. It doesn't matter. You hide somewhere. Don't let them find you. We need you to regroup. I know, we'll get them. You stay quiet. And find no injuries. A low stone is nothing compared to an Ursus forecracker. Don't panic. I can stop it. You look for an opening. What are you looking at? Too scared to fight us. Whoever you are, you lost the guts to take us on now. Too scared of a patriot's blood. Scared of his witchcraft. Thinking back to the time you fought the Sarkas, you had them outnumbered. You could have won, but in the end, you just ran up to casualties. But we do you one better. You can't break our shields. You can't crack our armor. You're nothing before the undying patriot. The mightiest Ursus warrior needs no spear or shield. He'll stomp you to pieces. You are nothing. Our fighters will regroup here soon. You can't run. Reunion will put you through hell. Oppressors who enslaved the infected like us, you will be swallowed up by the Reunion movement. Reunion. Reunion already betrayed you, sir. Little girl. 2 infected little girls. What are you doing? Out of the way. There's a man behind you, and I'm going to break the device behind him. You think I would show you mercy just because you look like a kid? Don't underestimate Patriot's guards. We're the agents of the infected. I'm here to stop your attack. If you attack the infected, I'll strangle you with my own 2 hands. That my weapons will talk for me. You're the cat from before. Your sword. Get out of here, Guardian. Tell the others. I'll be okay. That's your job, not mine. You have to survive. Come try to pierce my shield. Try to break my armor. Amiya, I'm out of options. But he won't die, but he may never walk again. Wait. Go stab. Can't. How you block my sword with your bare hands? My hand numb. When did you get here? I never felt it. No, I thought that was a building collapsing, but that was you. You know, you and your team, you're like a mountain. Rosmontis, fall back. But that's an order, Rosmontis. An order. Captain. You did well. Go regroup. Now you, Rhodes Island. I don't care who you are. You attack my men, you die. Are you sure you don't care? Very sure. Wait. You... Well, I can see. You how? It's been a while. You... Dame Cal. It's been a long time, Bolaraka Sea. Dame Cal. Why don't you age? Shield guards, guerrillas, stand by, hold position. Roger. Lord, the way you talk, is that because of an infected organ in your larynx? No, just over time became like this. I can't speak smoothly anymore. Dame, I never thought I'd see you again. I remember faintly when my people left. You and Her Majesty didn't stop us. That was a long, long time ago. I was in my prime. Now I know, too sudden. I was wrong about the king. You still call Her Majesty and king. King is a king. When I left, she wasn't. Now she has passed. You still distinguish the king of Kazil and the emperor of Ursus. The Quorum War does not. Muddle my thoughts, who I served, all gone. Ursus now is my homeland too, my liege buried in Ursus, vast land. Too long, Dame, when we left. My people were not yet withered, still it was not long. But you know change, the years did not change you. Not true, the years have changed us all, Balarakasi. I'm not the same woman I was before. Balarakasi, why did you leave Kazil? Why I left, I think you will laugh. I left because I hated killing. But for my life, I have killed. All that you've been through has only tempered your will. Your blood still flows in your veins. I will not laugh at you. You've earned respect. High praise, Dame. I failed to avoid killing. I did kill so many. Name this name. Do you know how I got it? Your followers consider you a true warrior, fighting for Ursus. You fight injustice, slavery, bloodshed, and oppression for the future of Ursus. Do you agree? Even if war is necessary, such a title is trouble. For many, we started war, but war is murder. The war ends. If it truly ends, we should all die. But war never ends. But I will die. But for my death, I want meaning. I want to see for Ursus, for the infected, another future. I asked many times of my people, Kazel, you and Her Majesty worked together for many years. She trusted you. So I too trust you. You led Rhodes Island here not for blood, but for them, those two. They stink of my daughter, her death. Me and Amia. Mr. Patriot. Frost Nova died to test us. No more. Do you seek vengeance on Rhodes Island, Patriot? No, dame, not vengeance. Why take vengeance for her actions? That was her path she chose, no matter where it ended. Frost Nova had an iron will, and she approved of us too. Quiet. What, Mr. Patriot? She's so young, only knows blind trust. The truth we believed in the end is exposed, only a few wolves in sheep's clothing. You. Mr. Patriot, Miss Frostnova gave her life, her arts, everything. Miss Frostnova let go of everything just to prove herself, her anger, her ideals. Her life had meaning. No, if not your place to say this. Oh. I mean, don't. Say no more. What do you know? If my daughter was not terminal, killing you would be easy for her, like slicing wheat with a sickle. What you endured, I do not care. It means nothing. It proves nothing. Talil has set the core city on a collision core for Longman. And is she declaring it Ursus territory? Seems like we can skip that part. Patriot, how? Then why? The Puppet Master has many tools. Puppet Masters think alike. But I cannot let you through. Reunion cannot destroy itself. I won't betray again, or they, the infected, the struggle are for nothing. They die. Even if Tallulah has gone mad. How do I tell the infected their leader is mad, a traitor? How do I say she is wrong, but once right? How do I say she who you follow must now die? I won't let Reunion become infected civil war. Then nothing. I will not. But Reunion won't be able to carry its own weight. And besides, Tallulah has been working secretly to destroy Reunion from within. You're right, Dame Cal. And so you are here. Prepare to face many types of foe. But I did not expect an end to fight infected. It's really what you choose. Well, Rakasi, you don't have to die. Choose. I have only one choice. To kill you. Patriot, we don't need to throw more lives away. This isn't like it was with Miss Frostnova. No matter who wins, this battle is playing right into the enemy's hands. Wrong, Cass. This is war. You want me to stop. Why should I stop? I fought far too many wars. As the Wendigo of Ursus, barbarians, flayers ripped flesh from bone, vicious herds re-cleansed. Monsters twisted stinking limbs, eyes in the hundreds, fingers in the thousands, we slaughtered. Warriors Victoria with steam armor, Casimirs with silver lance, Pegasi, Laterano with apostolic gun knights, all of them we defeated utterly. But we cannot defeat ourselves, cannot defeat the Empire's greed, cannot defeat our people's deaths. We the Wendigos are the Sarkas closest to death. You are stained for my daughter's death. In this world where there are fates worse than death. Why should I stop? Who dares test me by virtue? They called me righteous, should I accept? Fate thinks me weak, do I suffer it? They called me strong, should I bear it? Traitor, rebel, butcher, guardian. All of them like Patriot on the battlefield, they are nothing but scraps. Rhodes Island, you killed her, I'll kill you. It's not revenge, I have no heart for vengeance. My daughter just gave up the fight. That's not how it is, sir. If not, then how? She gave her life and you still live. I will not give up. I only know what I see. I only know what I hold. I don't fight you for my daughter. But I loathe fate. I will follow it, crush it, grind it to dust. If fate lets you make me turn, I would rather never turn back. Captain, are you really going to? Anyone who thinks me dishonorable, stand now, challenge me. But if you value your life, we part here. I don't want for you a foolish death. I want many. I know this too well. You can't. Well, I can see. Don't be stupid. You can live on. Damn, you two have tasted loss. And so, could you stand by and watch? You, my blood, no longer serves her. Yes, my country is Ursus. But when she died, we heard it. That long, long gasp. So you could feel it. That was the moment with the pulse containing her. Art spreading through the body of every sarcasm in the world. It was only instant, but you felt it. That means your blood is ancient enough. So ancient that I am alone. I never thought born in Casdell, never infected, than an old man, I tasted oropathy. Is that right? We all know, Dane, we all know. Things in this world do not happen because they are right. In fact, most things are mistakes again. My men said I can't fix them. In fact, they are too many. There is no looking back. Do you fight to this day for what you lost, Dane? I think no. I think you lost and you refuse to lose more. My daughter has passed. I fight not for her death. I fight for a living, for all infected to the end. Reunion cannot fail. Reunion must liberate all infected. Are you sending messages for him and his men? What will you say to him? Trying to set up the guerrillas. You're going to turn Ursus infected against him to kill him. You know they won't raise a hand against the civilians. Hate is the strongest weapon. It's a killer. But he won't die. He's a patriot. He's all the greatest legends summed up in one man. I've seen his armor. I've seen him swing a weapon. He can't die. He and his people are the strongest fighters in all Reunion. You want to kill an infected. You devils never cared about life, but he does. He's Ursus. He's Sarkaz, and he's infected. But none of those qualities push him to do wrong. He's not just Ursus. He's not just Sarkaz. He's not just an infected. He's a patriot. Just a patriot. He'll beat you, he'll block your attacks, spit on your insults, regroup the infected, and cleanse their hate. He's a patriot, and he won't die. And you're a bunch of maggots dancing on the strings of the disgusting schemers running this show. We're talking like that because you know you're gonna die. But you're definitely right about that. Patriot's pretty tough, but you're not. You're gonna die. So you will not pass. I will not allow it. To go through Central District, you have to kill me. Otherwise my guerrillas will hunt, and I will be here strangling you to death. You will die at my hands. Only if you kill me will your value be known. Otherwise you are only intruders. I'm afraid I don't really follow. Of course, I don't believe you have any value. I don't know how you could resist my people's witchcraft, but you will not survive Ursus' tactics. You really hate us that much. I don't hate anyone. I just don't trust you. I cannot trust. Even you, Lord, you won't approve of us. I don't believe in coincidences. War does not care. Not about right or wrong. It does not care about the suffering or the oppressed or the enslaved. Off the battlefield there are. On the battlefield there are not. We must prepare for the battlefield. Whoever dies is wrong. I can't understand him. What is he saying? Why do we have to fight? Fight or be crushed. Resist and be crushed. Unless you defeat me. If fate stands with me, I will kill you. Then I shall kill it, so it cannot mock anyone, ever again. If fate stands with you, I can only go forward, advance. All operators fall back immediately. I step forward. Our target is an infected commander of the Reunion movement, codenamed Patriot. His armor, his strength, his stature far surpasses anything you would expect of a warrior. Regium may have taken over many of his physiological functions. The Regium in what was once his larynx is a product of high rate of crystallization happening inside his body. That's the most we've been able to gather from our intel. I have reason to believe that a typically fatal wound will not do any significant damage to him, as the Regium will grow and replace tissue damage. Wendigos naturally exhibit an extremely high metabolic and repair capacity, and from where we stand, we don't know whether his infection is causing him pain or is a benign mutation. But no matter how resilient he may be, we have to kill him. Only by killing him can we get through the central district, reach the bridge, and stop the enemy's exploitation of Reunion. His guards have been confused by his actions. This is our last chance. Dr. Cal? How did it come to this? There's a fork in his road. All that we built means nothing to him. We're a choice just like go kill Tallulah right now, but I think that one carries more weight to him. Might be worth further investigation. To put it frankly, he's looking down on us. Even Dr. Cal here. Even the Emperor of Ursus himself couldn't get him to bow to his head, let alone me. We have to use his death to open his eyes and make him see all that we've done and make him realize that we're stronger than him. There's no way he himself could ever change. Everything else, all that you value, is too fragile for him. It can't bear his weight. Hilliger from Azel misjudged this sarcasm's character. No matter how noble Bolarakasi may be, no matter how much he carries on his shoulders, he is an indomitable warrior, first and foremost. Frostnova trusts you, so she gave you the last bit of her life to you. But Patriot does not. He doesn't trust, he only trusts himself. Even outwardly. Prepare for battle. It all comes down to battle now. Only war can kill him. Wise choice, Lord. Guerrillas, regroup. You have only a few minutes left. I say no more. I seek no understanding. I only win wars. Defying all comprehension, the monstrously fearsome warrior stands before you. But you remember, there is another monstrous warrior who comprehends everything standing right beside you. Amia grips your hand tightly. Rose Island, I advance. Holy... oh my god, yeah, holy crap, Cal. Oh, Cal. Freaking Cal? Just like went on, holy crap. Also, oh my god, I actually need a hydration break thing, holy crap. Holy Giga Chad Patriot. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, I miss Frostova. Oh god. I miss her. Monster Hode. Sniper operators keep up the fire on his torso. His armor is already severely damaged. Casters keep the other guerrilla fighters under control. Don't let them interfere. Pull back, monster. You don't have advantage in close quarters. You can't stop him now. The sword is slipping. Even if I try to hold him, I can't move him. He feels like a landslide. Focus the energy into a beam. Focus. Keep focusing. Then aim at the beam at his heart. Fire now. And that wasn't enough to destroy him. How's he so persistent? Every fight is to death. Life is online in every fight, or for life will return to blood and live forever in another body. Vanguard operators keep up the pressure, fall back. His own body will unleash the cannibalism ritual as if he himself is a gigantic witchcraft device. Bolarakasi, there are many sarcasts who would not see a Vendigo like you sacrificed for nothing. Now how can I be sacrificed? I can still move. I can still kill you. My body still hears my commands. I've not yet felt the pain, the misery, and regret. Is it enough? Could it be enough? Mr. Bolderakasi, please stop this. Fighting more will only bring you more suffering. Warrior. A warrior should carry all of the dead. I carry their pain, their hate, their silence. If I stop, they died for nothing. Suffering, you should suffer. You cannot defeat me. Don't be sad, my love. You won't remarry. Don't be like that, dear. But you won't agree with my yapping. You're stubborn as stone. Have I ever convinced you of anything? You keep fighting, won't you? Promise me, Bolderakasi, promise you won't die in battle. My only hope is that you don't suffer anymore. Just think after I'm gone. You still have our family. Look at our little girl. He's so cute when he's sleeping. With his two little red horns that still haven't hardened. This is life. It's a continuation of my life. A child is a continuation of all the life in our world. I know you won't eat me. I know how much you hate Wendigo traditions. But I do so wish to flow through your life forever. And yet life is ever immortal. You're withering away. All that sadness is going to destroy you. Our son needs you to take care of him. Lingering here will be a death of you. No, Bolderakasi, you're not a cold-blooded monster. Your love for me is true. Even a misanthropic woman like me managed to return your love all the same. You look surprised, don't be. I love you just as tenderly and generously as you love me. Bolderakasi, my love, the family you come to have is also my family. That's how I love you. Helen, I don't deserve your love. I couldn't protect you. I couldn't keep my word. My family, I couldn't protect any of them. I don't deserve love. You trusted me, I broke my promise. I broke my promise, but I live, and so the promise still remains. Because the promise bears hate and regret. Not only the dead feline, where is it? Your hate or regret. You carry it as you go. The people of this city, the earth is infected, the world, those who lost their parents, the world, those whose parents did wrong. They are all carried. Father, I'm begging you, don't stand with the Empire. Orders, the Empire's orders are ridiculous. No, I'm sorry, Father, I wasn't mocking you, I would never. But the Imperial decree is a cruel joke played on all of us. My father Hector was flogged alive on the bridge just because they found out he had oropathy. Did you like his poetry too? Didn't you read them aloud at night and shed tears of joy? He's dead. He's been sent down the dark path of death and left us forever, never to return. He was a poet, only the written word had the right to send him to his death. The Empire's so-called infected decree is just a wicked intrusion into our hearts. The death of the infected is a disgrace to both those who take life and who lose it. The soldiers of the Empire win the Emperor's favor of this disgrace. It's ridiculous. You were born in Kazdel, you grew up with infected sarcasm. I know you can't understand that Earth is infected too. Are you so indifferent? Is your heart made of iron too, or is it because you are still an uninfected sarcasm? Have no compassion in your heart. We're sarcasm, who's more susceptible to oropathy than sarcasm. Maybe when one of us gets infected, you know how absurd these crimes are. Maybe then you leave your path of bloodshed and take a walk down the boulevard of mercy. Fine, Father. You're one and only Bolderakasi. If oropathy won't haunt a tough soldier like you, it'll just have to creep up on me. When it's hovering over my corpse laughing at you, you finally realize your mistake. Don't let yourself regret it, Father. Grove Zeal, you were innocent, so innocent. The infected was me. I hid it from you. Father to the end had eyes and was blind. Father couldn't walk the right path. I regret. I truly regret. My son, Father killed you. Father let you die for nothing. Father doesn't deserve to be your father. If I stopped fighting, I betrayed him. More I see, more and more. Mr. Patriot, you have so much regret. You never said anything. You never confided in anyone. I can only bear my regrets. Wants her to get back from him. I would think, why did the king, as she was, end like that? You won't answer Her Majesty's death to this day is a mystery. But I know she never ran. Start to finish, she would only smile. If I stopped fighting, all resistance means nothing. If I stopped fighting, I ran. I could not stop. We're not related, though. It's kind of weird to call you Dad. It don't look so good. No way, it's not because my brothers and sisters are scared of me. Hey, do you have any ideas on how I can get them to stop hiding from me because of you? If you do, I'll even call you Daddy. How threatened. I don't know what that word means. You didn't teach me yet. You told me my brother learned everything really fast, but I can only go step by step. Where's my brother now? Why are you hugging me all of a sudden? You freeze. Are you crying? I felt something drip on my shoulder. No, everyone says you don't have blood or tears. Doesn't that mean you don't cry? But you're definitely crying, Daddy. I don't know what I was saying. I'm sorry, Daddy. Are you crying because you're freezing and it hurts? Daddy, I won't say things like that anymore. And when I grow up, I'll make a medicine for you so you won't get frozen. Then you won't cry anymore, right? I'm gonna grow up really fast. Family. Well, you my brothers and sisters and me. And you. We're all a family. Even my brother who isn't here. And then Daddy, you're everyone's daddy. Then I'll learn from you and avenge Grandma. I'll kill all the bad people who bully us. Can't say that. Why? You kill the bad guys every day, Daddy. What do you mean you don't want me to become like you? Aren't you a good guy? How can my daddy be a bad guy? That doesn't make any sense. Tell me, how are you a bad guy? I hate you, Daddy. If I can't be like you, can I go to the city? Daddy, can we really go to the city? Candy fingers you were talking about, are they really good? So I can't eat it if I'm like you. Oh. I don't get it. Daddy, I guess it doesn't matter. I could be a good guy or a bad guy. As long as I can be with you, Daddy, and my brothers and sisters forever. You're my family, I know. My closest family. Obviously, a second is, a third is. Yelena, my daughter. My daughter, father couldn't do anything for you. I couldn't do anything. I owe you too much. Too much. Too much. Cause, girl, you are Rhodes Island's leader. What's special about you? One of your people told me of you. Your warriors are excellent, but only excellent. They still die. Where is it? Show me your worth. You want me to stop the core city, but you can't defeat me. Don't touch Amia. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shield shattered. Spear snapped. The huge monster doesn't even flinch. He keeps hulking forward. You can pierce my armor. This suit is finally at its limit. You won't get away. Feline, you are strong, a threat to me. Wait, Mr. Patriot. Only 10 more steps, no need to wait. You're at your limit, I know. Because you're not a caster like Miss Frostnova. This is enough, right? I've seen everything in these arts. Everything of you. It's enough, Mr. Patriot. It's enough. What is this? This strike, it's precise. I can't move any more. His wounds are finally catching up to him. Brother, I can see. Plan to destroy you, then the guerrillas in your name kill Tallulah. Don't need now. You won the right to kill Tallulah. Mr. Patriot. How could I let the infected be enslaved, exploited? My life, take it, use it. It's your prize as the victors. You won. Dame, please take this. What is it? The key is stop Chernobog. If you go to the bridge, you need it. Mr. Patriot, you just suit. Oh, no. I did intend to kill you. But now you defeat me. You earned it. Why'd you take it this far? Because I don't trust you. I only trust war. My daughter was naive. She was soft. She assumed an outcome. I don't wait for results. And this is the best result. My men, surprised, did not use their strength. They live. Only I alone will die a worthy death. What happened? Closure. I need the schematics to bioprocessing unit 13. Cabin temperature is increasing rapidly. It's an energy leak. Wait, it's changing shape. Why is it progressing like this after 14 hours? PRTS, who was in this cabin last? Dr. A, did we lose someone in the battle for Lungman? Who's being processed? What? Wait, slow down. Who did you say Dr. A put in there? Dame? I'm listening well to Rocketsy. The Wendigos exiled ourselves, lost everything. But we carry Sarkaz traditions. Ancestors molded me, nurtured me, watched over me, now bear witness. Well to Rocketsy. I don't know if I'm qualified. I think you are the best choice. I hereby witness the Sarkaz, Balderakasi, Wendigo of Kazdel, betrayed neither flesh nor blood, disgraced not his tribe. He leaves his body with his life under the light, and his soul returns to the warm blood of the Wendigos. This is a curse. It is not to me. Oh, I feel my vision begins to blur. Thank you, Dame. I thought you hated this stuff. But I am old. No, where are we? So that's how it is, huh? Tallulah really did betray us. You think we're just going to stand here and let you kill us? You can't fight. There's no afterlife. Take your revenge there. We're supposed to give up just because we know we're going to die. We're going to be killed for no reason, and don't kill them. Let them go. Mephisto. Devils, I give you bodies that know no pain. Let them go. A lot tougher than your herd. I'll share my life with you, and you really fight together forever. A tireless fight. Fine, but if you let them go, my people have to watch them. We're not about to disobey Tallulah now. You crossbow men go. Mephisto. Why would he save us? Is this part of Tallulah's plot? But why come here? Because I want to go in there. I want to know what secrets there are. I want to know why Rhodes Island would bring someone out of here. Because I saw someone coming out of here on logs. Mephisto, why? Would you like to hear a song? But Captain Falls said, Yes, I can't sing anymore. Oh, but I can try. It ought to be a lullaby, yes. I don't remember who taught it to me. I've forgotten. It's just someone in my dreams was humming it. Go to sleep. Hedgehog dolls and little bears. Versus infected, where will they go? How many stars does the Dark Knight hide? Captain. Final order. Captain. Fight on, live on. Only you walk your own path. To have a path you must walk. I will die, but I do not know if I should die now. What is it my death can change? Maybe you can tell me the answer. Sink into the still dark. Brothers, sisters, young and old. Dreams, oh dreams, envelop their bodies. Missy, what are you bawling about? I'm not bawling. Fine, but you're right in front of the door to LGD headquarters. Probably don't want the other people seeing you cry, huh? Nobody's here anyway. How about this? I'll sit on the steps in front of you. Big enough nobody will see you cry if I'm in the way. What are you doing? Oh, well, we screwed up, so we feel lousy, right? I mean, both of us, Missy. We both blew it, didn't we? What do I care? I don't care where she went. I'm right, I know. Hey, no hitting. You're going to hit me no matter what I say, huh? Finally. My life can end. Helen Grovazio, Yelena, it's you. I'm finally going home. No. No hallucination. How I don't need visions, don't need consolation. Who? Who shows me hallucinations? Oh, how did Mr. Patriot break free? Now I see. Because it's you. You are her successor. Theresis died. The king had a successor. You are the Lord of Fiends. Ah. To die at the hands of the King of Sarkaz. I how? In the end, I could not escape fate. No. Amia, you can't. Sorry, but Dr. Cal. I heard in the past the Lords of Sarkaz give visions of comfort as favors. Your champions could see great walls or loved ones or loves long past. Countless soldiers for these visions fought ceaselessly. I only Mr. Patriot. I didn't mean to. I didn't want the end of your life. It shouldn't be so tragic. I saw it. I saw your 200 years of life. The constant fighting and so much loss. You lost everything. I don't want that to be your end. My end. No. I want to give you a better... No. My end is not someone else's gift. A vision? No, that is not my end. If it is tragic, then it is tragic. If foolish, then foolish. This is my end. The end I deserve. I lived, I fought, I failed. It's enough. Why? Why is it enough? No one should have to lose everything like this. You are still a child. I'm not a child. I've been in more battles than I can count. A good ending is never earned. Only children believe in happily ever after. You and my daughter are only children who believe in fairy tales. I told Frost Nova too heavy. I disagreed with her. She was a young girl, only a child. Orpathy slavers our world, can't even spare a child. Tallulah sent her to die. They want to join us and fight Tallulah to get... How can you give me? You cannot even give what Tallulah once gave me. Later, what will we become? This is fate I tested too much. I will never bow to fate. Even if every time fate brings me to the same end. I would rather wrestle it until again the sun rises. But maybe you can change. I fought fate so many years, in the end I could not win. But you, maybe you're different. Do you have what it takes to succeed the king? Oh, do you have the power to leave alive? Do you have the courage and insight to step into the infinite wilderness? I can't do it alone, but I'm not alone. Maybe. Everything is yours, only you can do it. That reunion, tyrant fate, you will overthrow them. Wait. No. Cal looks up at the darkened sky. Or have I seen this before? It couldn't be. Amia? The Sarkaz prophecy is born out of their collective racial memory. Regime energy bursts popping in areas of high concentrations. The core city is suffering a catastrophe. The altar, Amia, Wendigo, the Lord of Fiends. What if this has a direct effect? Impossible. The last of ancient Wendigo bloodline is directly connected to the entire Sarkaz race. The prophecy. This prophecy. Snow. Balarakasi's cannibalization resonated with all the altars. And what I just added, the Wendigo's resurrection. All operators. Anything he says, anything Balarakati says, do not believe a single word. The Wendigo suddenly speaks, his hoarse voice seemingly echoing throughout the entire central district. I see cities devastated. I see iridium blanketing the land. I see you, black crown on your head, melting millions of lives into nothing but memories. I see a king of Sarkas enslaving all peoples everywhere. Huh? What? Impossible, no. Patriot, don't believe the prophecy. It's just a physiological side effect of the iridium arts. But I know all the prophecies come true, and I die at the hands of the king of Sarkas. Dame, no dame. Brother Accuracy, you do not fight against fate your entire life. Young king of Sarkas. You will be a most horrific disaster to afflict our world. She must die, or else the world will die. I cannot let you live. You can hate me. The sound of clanking armor reaches your ears. The ravaged monster suddenly reaches out to Amia. Amia? Watch out. Kasuga does not flinch. A shadow of death sweeps upon her smoke-blackened face. She does not move, she does not scream. She only stares directly into Patriot's eyes, as if staring directly into his soul. At the same time, heavy black blades shimmering beams of ominous energy pierce swiftly into the giant's immortal body. Still he remains unshaken. Just as Patriot is about to crush the skull of the girl in black, the Wendigo freezes in place. Something appears to be dripping sorrowfully from his helmet. A minute passes. During this eternity of a minute, there are no other sounds except for the low rumbling of the moving city. Then the realization dawns. The monster standing before us is dead. Having never taken a single step backward, unwavering for even a single second, in the end, death put a stop to Patriot's lifelong advance. Huh? Okay. Okay. 7-19. You're hurt. Don't worry, just a scratch. How's that just a scratch? Come here, I haven't disinfectant wipes. Look, I'm fine. Turn your face this way. Fine, fine. The wound is deep, but not very wide, as if there's a trace of arts. Did old Chen do this to you? That blasted woman. It's fine. Girls of her age are bound to do stuff like this. Hoshiguma, I'm really scared. I'm scared that she'll join reunion. Yeah. I also played with Tallulah when I was young. Even though I don't remember very clearly, I do know that I really liked being her friend. Even if she was bossy and had a temper, she always stood up for us. She never said anything, but she never backed down. She was always the first to charge ahead and never asked us for help. She beat up kids who were older than her. She was the only one who could get Chen to snap out of her funks. I'm afraid that she won't. I'm telling you, Chen. Chen's heart is rarely on the same page as her mouth. But she will always be Chen of Lungmen, no matter what she might say. All her dreams, all her goals, her entire life has always been right here. So why'd you try to stop her then? I was worried she'd get herself killed, obviously. Swire, you have an important role in the LGD after this. As if I could do that, I'm not with her. Oh, so you're admitting she's better than you. I just don't think I'm cut out for LGD. No, Missy, you absolutely are. I'm not cut out for it, neither is old Chen or 9. The one who really makes LGD shine is you. I take responsibility. You're the only one who can do it. I'm jaded now, and there's a lot I don't see. I just want to say it's become a place that accepts everyone. If you're the same, It's been a long time, Miss Swire. Hello, Inspector Hoshiguma. Why is the esteemed daughter of the Rat King at this rundown place? What are you planning to do to her? Let me say this. If you're planning to harm even a single hair on Missy's head, I have no such intentions. You screwed up. Maybe. Sometimes we have no choice. I don't think there's ever a time where we don't have a choice. Look up in the sky. It's going to snow. Can you choose for it to stop? Why is it snowing? Go to sleep. Daddy's gray hair, mommy's needles. Crap, we're exceeding the solubility threshold. Manually release the exhaust valve now. That bout of volatility just caused a violent heat absorbing effect. If you don't increase emissions, the entire cabin's going to be ruined. The rain clouds haven't moved much either. At this rate, we're in for some major snow. This Frost Nova, what kind of a person was she? All dreams sink to the bottom of the lake. 'Tis a reality that even time cannot shake. Damn it, what an ugly song. Why was Frost Nova so good at it? I really can't sing well. It's snowing. This old man. His crystallization rate is over 60% now. Even Starcat shouldn't be able to move. His consciousness has already dissipated. However, his iron will continues to ripple from his body. Bulleracacy. Resentment, hatred, remorse. It's all gone now. The only thing that's left is wrath. Unwillingness to accept Frost Nova's fate, the hostility towards Tallulah's actions, the endless longing for Ursus and Kazel. A fiery and unquenchable wrath for all the injustice around the world, for all those who fell around him, towards those who would play with the fates of others. To resist fate is to resist everything. Everything that contributes to the idea of destiny. But Arakaci's wrath scorched the entire world. This entire injustice-filled world. Mr. Patriot. Move your hand. You call us infected. You will complete the captain's unfinished business. It's enough. Do you want him to die for nothing? He didn't want any of you to die. He wanted all of you to find another path. He chose to die alone so that all of you could live. He said we will be the ones to die. And we also heard what he said. Callis, you're the source of all the ruin to come. The ancient prophecies have all been fulfilled. Frost Nova put her faith in us. Still, Frost Nova and now even the captain. Of course he wouldn't just buy into Frost Nova's assessment. He just happened to ignore his daughter's opinion. He didn't go into any of this on blind faith. The decision he made is truly just. And choose to believe in prophecy. But it's not that we believe in the prophecy. Believe in the captain. Frost Nova's candy was spicy. What? Yelena let you try her candy. I trusted her and she trusted me. If you really want to take someone's life, don't blindly follow someone else. No, Rhodes Island, we get some of what you're saying, but we'll never see eye to eye. We followed the captain our entire lives, but we didn't do it blindly. If one day that college girl there turns into a tyrant like Tallulah, we will end you. The captain fought against all those people, against slavers, oppressors, corrupt rulers, and those who brought ruin. None could escape. The captain knew all about the people in Chernobyl who lost their lives to catastrophe, all about our battle brothers who died in vain. He had his regrets, but he knew he couldn't escape. He said he had to set us free now, though. We only belong to the captain and the ideals he fought for, not to reunion. We will take up his aegis from now on, as Aegis is infected by the defenders of all enslaved. We'll keep an eye on you guys. If you take even a single step into the wrong path, we swear to hunt you down. We will treat these prophecies as our secrets. Because before that, we have a tyrant waiting for us in the control tower. The person who pushed you into war against us, brought about this chain of tragedies, is the leader of Reunion Tallulah. We're going to regroup. We need to tell the guerrillas the news. As for you, continue to carry out your mission if that's what you want. Snowflakes. This heavy snow is Yelena coming to pick up the captain. I mean, don't be too concerned about it. Sarkaz people have a long history of Iridium. Their memories mix with Iridium and become one with the land, returning to their own bodies. Sometimes certain tribes that have long passed down these Iridium crystals will gather this information in one place. Though the continuous use of arts, this information mixed together unexpectedly manifests in different ways. Most of these messages are lost to time, their contents jumbled or outdated. There is no basis for these prophecies. But they directly affect other people. Like someone hears these prophecies and starts to try to fulfill them, right? I can't tell if these ideas are just vague whispers or seeds that can bloom into reality. I really can't tell, but he could have killed me. But he thought, I'll kill her now. Stop. How are you so sure that she's our enemy? She's Kashke's hair. She'll poison us all just like that old serpent. No, you stubborn old man, you're wrong. Even if she's bound to turn out like that in the end, we can't kill her now. Because she's not Kashke right now. Who even is that? I can't understand you. All I know is she's just Tallulah. Put these ideas in your head. It will twist your will to fight. Twist as if, old man, this whole idea of a pure word spirit, if you really had that, I never would have met you. If you really had that, you would have be able to sit around a fire and have soup like we are now. You're just 16. Your soup get cold. Always been cold. It's better that way. I'll listen to you this time. No, Father, that's not how it works. If you believe you're right, then no matter what happens, you should keep on believing that. Because if something happens to Lula, that's between her and her people. But reality is just what's in front of us, right, Father? No matter what the future has in store right now, I am I and you are you. No matter how much you dwell on it, we are who we are today. The only ones who we can change are ourselves, and we are the ones who will make that decision. Let's try walking her path and see what happens. You'll be a great leader in the future. I don't want to become a leader. I just want a comfortable life with my brothers and sisters, my aunts, my uncles and aunts, and you. I'll remember that. Are you sure? I won't forget. Osmontis, Dr. Cal, Doctor. He could have killed me. Mr. Baltarakis could have killed me. But I saw what he was thinking. He didn't do it. He stopped himself at the end. I can still hear him. Amia, tell me the most important thing. What was the last thing he said? I've seen woe and tragedy. I've seen death and carnage. I've seen neglect and blasphemy. But someone once told me, it's all in our hands. In the future, this is all that awaits us. Oh, little king of Sarkas, it's all in our hands if this is fate. Then I reject it. He said he asked. He sighed. My lord, where will you go? Then nothing more. Doctor, I've read it all. I've seen everything. I read his entire life. Amia. Baltarakis had admitted that he betrayed his convictions twice in his life. The first was when he left Kazda and walked away from his life as a Sarkaz warrior. The second was when he stood up against Ursus and walked away from his life as a warrior of the Ursus Empire. And just now, I'd say he made his final betrayal. He betrayed Reunion and the infected he served, and stopped being a warrior of the Reunion movement. If his death ends his last act of betrayal. But he betrayed everything he cared about, because he has always stood up for his beliefs. But this isn't right, is it? This kind of sublime betrayal is a sort of release for those who deceive the world. It is an easy way to move things towards the best outcome. But not for Baltarakis. Do you mean that? Speak up, Amia. Kazel is Mr. Baltarakis' home. But even though he's come so far, he's always wanted to come back to Kazel. It's not that he didn't want to go back home, but that he couldn't. He had to pay a price first for his betrayal. Ursus is his motherland. He fought for Ursus all his life, and blamed himself for the death of his son. He believed that Ursus was evil, but for the sake of his land, he gave his life, fighting until the very end. He also paid the price for his second betrayal. This time, he had to stand up against Tallulah, but he foresaw that some of the people he strove to protect would die because of his actions. Even though the decision he made preserved the future for the infected, he only felt pain for the deceased. This is his third act of betrayal, and the reason he was so determined to atone for it. From the beginning to end, this battle was to make up for the consequences of his betrayal. Through these 3 times, fate ended up pushing him further and further when he just wanted to turn back. He hated the cruelty and mockery of fate. He never wanted to follow it, but he bore the consequences for it all the same. 10, 20 years, I'd be able to understand, but too much time had passed. After facing all these regrets for so many years, too much time had passed. At the very end, even I could not understand. He could have taken my life, but he stopped at the end. He defeated his lifetime of suffering, his centuries-old ideology, and his love for this entire world. He no longer followed the principles he had adhered to for countless years. He succumbed to fate. No, something that would defile his memory. Rather, he chose to ignore everything he had been resisting and overcame the final obstacle within his own heart. He entrusted the future to you. This time he gladly chose to do what he thought was right, rather than torture himself to maintain a certain ideal. Of course, deep in his heart, this part is as you described. Once belonged to Tallulah and now belongs to you, but it has always belonged to Frost Nova. Patriot, Frost Nova, Dr. Cal, Roz, and Dr. A. I will end this war. Right here, right now. Right. I'll be with you, Amia, always. Even if you can save many people, you will cause immense suffering. My anger comes from the injustice that fate has dealt to this world. After countless years, are things finally coming to a head? How could something like that happen? This prophecy is not just another fragment of Sarkaz's history. Core City Warehouse District. Why is one of Patriot's men over here? This isn't your patrol area. You let him go. I'll let it slide this time. A little warning. Don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong next time. I just received news. Patriot has passed away. What? That's some big news. So right now, we have no more reason to keep up this charade. Your band of devils smell far worse than any of our Sarkaz. What happened? How did Patriot die? Take care of this reunion scum first. You're picking a fight with the core city. What's wrong with that? Even Patriot is dead, you bastards. I won't tolerate you any longer. If Patriot is dead, then what value does reunion even have? Guerrillas, if there's anything I can do to help, tell me. First, we're going to throw everyone who would toy with the lives of the infected right off these city walls. Manager 2, put on the uniform. Closure has already hacked the identification code, so make sure not to reveal your hidden weapons. News of the incident should have spread already. What we need now is chaos. No, order. Go help the guerrillas. Let the infected, the well-intentioned reunion members, and those who fight against injustice rally under one banner. Just as if Tallulah was unable to engineer Patriot's death. What did he say? Patriot is dead. The one who was truly looking out for reunion. The one who fought for all of us. Patriot is dead. Tallulah orchestrated this conspiracy against Patriot. She's an agent of Ursus. Who believe your nonsense? Wait, Tallulah has been acting strangely. She gave an order forbidding us from maintaining communications in the city. What does that prove? It proves that the mercenaries are going to ambush the guerrillas. I see their plan. Those lunatics. You, don't stop. Stop, don't fight us if you value your lives. Otherwise, we will destroy you. We are the agents of the infected, and we will battle every last enemy for our people, even if you have to stand against Tallulah. For Patriot. For Patriot. Things have gone a bit messy. You should leave soon. What about you? Us mercs have our own priorities. We don't care about Tallulah's plots. Do your best and live on. For the future of the infected. For Captain Faust. For all of our comrades who have been betrayed by Tallulah. For Faust. Patriot is dead. Tallulah betrayed Patriot. Tallulah betrayed us all. Are you sure it wasn't an outsider that killed him? I saw someone else kill him, not Tallulah. Patriot plotted with the Ursus army to try to kill the leader. Open your eyes and see the truth. Patriot is a traitor. Patriot must have foreseen this. But struggle against the storm was in vain. Even the ages have adopted his most radical ideas, and not his pragmatic approach. After all this, the core city should descend into chaos. The reunion movement no longer exists. Rosmontes, is this the revenge you wanted? No, not yet. Not like this. I haven't seen the target yet. No. No matter who you face, the outcome is the same. Reunion is just a symbol, no matter who is caught up in it or what they do. They are not an individual. They act as a part of reunion. Revenge will only get you this far. We cannot distinguish their faces. We can only eliminate the symbol itself. Rosmontes, you can't continue to carry out your wishes, but Do you find this kind of vengeance satisfying? Cal? Am I wrong? It would be irresponsible of me to give you the answer. Only you have the ability to pursue things that you hold to be true, Rasmontis. I might not be a person who can answer that question. Anger is entrenched into our bodies. Do we want to indulge ourselves to let it flow and condense into hatred? Or can we turn it into a higher judge that measures all our future actions and illuminates our sanity? Do you want to distinguish between right and wrong? Or do you want to understand the reason why everything happens? The lives and deaths of our operators, the sights that shake you, and the reasons why we feel these emotions. Even if there are certain things that your mind erases, Rasmontis, they will always remain with you. Maybe there are a few things in our lives that actually come down to right or wrong. Remove all these symbols and only then do our lives have value. Cal, I'm listening. I want to know the reason. Dr. A will split up for the next part. Rasmontis and I will go to the control tower. Dr. Cal will take you to the generator area. I won't see you for a while. This is for a few hours, right? By the way, Doctor, even if I'm not at your side, I'll always know that Dr. A is out there fighting together with me. Even out of sight, we still fight for the same goal. I'm pretty happy with that. Later, Amia. Right. Madam Chen may already be near the command tower. She's always been quick, so we'll have to pick up our pace. Doctor, promise me that you'll stay safe. Our work here only means anything if you make it back to Rhodes Island safely. Be careful, okay? You too. Chernobyl Core City Power Supply Sector. 3 p.m. Why'd you pick me for your team? Our decapitation strike team will be attacked by a reunion from all directions as they approach the control tower. I can't just drop you off in the battlefield like that. When we were fighting against guerrillas, we could retreat and buy ourselves time to regroup. That won't be possible for their team. They won't even have an opening to catch their breaths. This battle has a clear objective, and Ami and Rasmontis' team can no longer afford any distractions. You'll be safe with me. You're not staying with Amia. We should only take on responsibilities that we can fulfill. After entering the sarcophagus, our communications will only further deteriorate. At any rate, we will truly be fighting alone. Wait. Doctor, please stay hidden for a while. Why? You don't want to, or if you're feeling claustrophobic, I won't stop you. Where am I? How did I blast my way down here? Is this it?
You're still clear-headed, W. Let's save the small talk for some other time.
Don't worry, what even happened? Just looking at you makes me want to puke. But even if I'm trying to not throw up, this is just too funny. Cal, you finally went bonkers too, trying to tame the evil spirit Babel. Can't prove there are any memories left in this one's head. We're just working together for the time being. The so-called amnesia. How are you so sure that it's not all an elaborate act? Might have everyone fooled. Yes, everyone. You're fooled too, whether or not you want to admit it. That's the scorecard I got. Cal, you're a monster, aren't you? A monster so smart. You got a big, bright, glowy brain. And a monster should know better than me what happens when you have another monster around. There are too many creatures in this world that can be called monsters. Throw the word around too much and it'll all end up losing all meaning. Or you've just gone mad. That's a whole different matter. What exactly do you know? There's no place for you to cut in here, friend. When I finish with her, it'll be time for the two of us to have a nice long chat. There's no point taking things out on you. Either you have amnesia or you're just pretending to have amnesia. But this woman next to you is totally out of her mind. I want to know. Back then, there was only one person who entered a speaker's office and knew Theresa's whereabouts. Cal, you know what that means, don't you? Of course I know it better than you do. Those were your words. What's the deal? What are you doing now? Okay, you're trying to make another exchange, tit for tat. But it's Theresa on the other end. Those who don't know the truth shouldn't let conjecture affect their emotions, W. I have just a single conjecture. You aren't human. Like I said before, if you bargain Theresa's death with a murderer, you're just a monster. You're not human, Cal. I need to know the truth, and before I do, the thing next to you is a murderer, and I'll never show mercy to a murderer. I get it now. You're bursting with motherly love, huh? W, you said before. We're the same type of person. I don't know where you heard that before. You should pretend you never did. You and I are not the same type of creature at all. No, W, we are to some extent. For example, you also want to put an end to Lula's atrocities, correct? That's true, she really pissed me off. So I need to get my merc back from her. That piece of shit only knows how to squander her people. Such a spendthrift. I'm worried she'll blow all our savings and leave me penniless. Alright, so let's deal with the reunion problem first. Sure, I got my targets. Wanna hear. First to Lula, that disgusting dragon lady upstairs. Next is Theresis, the one who makes you want to squeeze as soon as you see him. Those are some long-term plans. After that, the third thing I want to kill is standing right next to you, Dr. A. You're only third on the list. I'm only third. That's because I have something to ask you first, Dr. A. I got some long, thorough explanations to pull out of you. At this stage, we have a common goal. By the way, because of what you did to our employees in Chernobog. First, thanks for saving the lives of Dr. A and the rescue team with your deal. Your deal cost us 13 of our operators. Balancing these two things, I'm willing to give you a lift for old time's sake. I'll take you to command center. Cal, you really should know how to gross a girl out. I've always found you disgusting. I'll have to rearrange your face a little first. See which one of us comes out on top. Monster? You bitch. Monster just grabbed her and tossed her out like a rag doll. I won't have time to play with her. Monster, blast her ventilation pipes, the walls, and the base's outer and middle protective layers along with her. You old hag, next time I swear I'm giving you a slow and painful... I'm looking forward to it. I'm surprised you let her finish her first sentence. Now you can understand it. Why don't you explain it to me then? It's not time yet. When you see for yourself, you should understand. Secrets are like well springs. Sometimes they will flow out, whether you want them to or not. What a strange device. Where are you taking me? Will you fill the holes in my body or mend my scars? Will you let me forget everything just like the other one did for me before? If I was to forget everything, do I want to forget? Can I make that choice? Core City. What's going on? Dark clouds, it's snowing. But it's also covered in sun for me. This will make my next step a lot easier. I can't afford to take any more hits. Are you scared of shedding a little blood? Chen Hui Chia, what happened to your determination? There seems to be infighting among Reunion's ranks. This is the best time for me to move. Are my hands trembling because I'm finally going to see you again? I must do what is right. It doesn't matter what you are now, whether or not you're the same Tallulah I knew. Tallulah, we have a date. Snow sure is coming down hard. Just like that one Christmas. You've never spoken to me about that. But you already know. Me knowing you and you telling me are two separate things. Princess, let's not embarrass Missy over here. Madam Oni. Let's drop that title, Princess. Madam Oni, the Lin family will never forget all you've done. But right now, I don't know if there will be an opportunity to reward you for it. What are you talking about? Of course you can. I know she'll succeed. Ah, Chen. Look at you. Where'd all your willpower go? What are you going to do? Missy has always been like that. No, Missy, there's no need to cry. You stop treating me like a child. Don't worry, everything is going to be fine. But this is the last time we'll see each other. I'm not ready yet. What if I never see that smelly dragon again? That won't happen, Missy. There's this phrase that I really like. It goes like this: we'll meet again someday, somewhere. Yes, and when we look back at each other, we will ask about our lives. Why? What's going on? Where are these tears coming from? It's as if someone just told me about death. Who is it? Everything in the core city has been unfolding according to my plan. Patriot will die by hands of the infected, and Sarkaz mercenaries will start fighting the ordinary reunion forces. Oh. Patriot is dead. So was Patriot. A true warrior, such a name was not enough to describe you. Ursus itself was too small for your greatness. A patriot to the very end. Why am I crying? Is it out of nostalgia or courtesy to those who want to kill me? All sins must come to an end. Then we shall see if we are the sinners. Then we will inevitably meet our end. I shall wait for you at the end. I shall wait for her at that end. Why are you here, Kadrui? It's like all these decades ago. When people get anxious, they make stupid decisions, they end up pacing around here. Funny, isn't it? Still haven't kicked this old habit after all these years. Do you know what I'm going to do, Kadrui? I do happen to know, all thanks to that niece of yours, of course. You two are both cut from the same cloth of stupidity. You're now here on a stroll. Even if you were, you shouldn't waste my time. Is it ever a waste of time to talk to an old friend? Do not consider me a friend anymore, Wei and Wu. If you do, promise me. I won't promise you anything. So be it. You're not going anywhere today. Don't think too highly of yourself. That's what I should be saying to you, Wei and Wu. You've been up in that tower of yours too long. It's bad for your character. Come down and let out some of that hot air. It's good for you. Better not blink, old windbag. What are two of us but a pair of old windbags? It's hard to imagine. Even the old patriot can die. Should I laugh? Should I shed a couple of tears? What's really funny is that he's dead. You climbed all the way to the top of the reunion, second only to the leader. Oh, you've really outdone yourself. You should give yourself a pat on the back, W. Why do we cry? Because even he is dead. Ah, alas, poor patriot. What thoughts went through his head as he died? And what was it like? Did he die on his feet or his knees? Even if he can die, then who among us can live? But maybe he was the most likely to die. Never knew how to keep a low profile. Only knew how to cling to a vague ideal. Only this path he walked and walked until everyone around him was gone, and then he could finally rest in peace. How sad. Wait, doesn't that sound a bit like you, W? And how am I anything like that? W, don't lie to yourself. You're practically the same. Nah, I never lied to myself. I'll never become like Patriot because I can't. I just can't. Besides, death was kind of a release for him, right? But not for you, W. Death is the game of your life. What doesn't kill you puts you one step closer to death. The closer you get to death, the closer you also get to madness. Thanks, Cal. I don't know how I would have gone out of that trash heap without you. Oh yeah, Tallulah. Can you hear me, Tallulah? Knock, knock. Forget, it's no big deal. I just wanted to let you know. I'm back. Oh, that was so... Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. Oh, why 7-20? Oh, my throat is. Oh, my. Yeah, I also noticed the bitrate has been like, holy crap, it's been like shitting itself, it seems. I think it currently is, actually. I can return her to you, Wei. Stop. Don't do it. Oh, you and your mighty executioners have made my life hell. Of course, I'm willing to return her to you, but the cuffs on her body will tear Lungman in half. Damn you. Wait, this is a method you used against me, the way you forced me out of Lungman. But now our roles are reversed. I'm the guest as well as the poisoner. Kashki, you killed my brother. No way, you slew your own brother. My role is irrelevant. Your brother's tragedy may have come from a unicorn's secret orders, or from the wrath of a lung. Whether it was me who leaked the news ultimately does not matter. What's important the one thing you mustn't forget is that your Chisha drank his blood. You did it. Chisha, a dragon-slaying sword, and who is it that this blade slew? Your friends, your family, your people. Dragon-slaying sword. How ironic that your people forged a weapon that would be turned against its own kind. You've gone too far. Very well, I offer you a choice. Choose, slay me and take back your niece, and lose your city as a result, or let us walk free. Don't draw that sword, you know the consequences. Relax, wait. I've let you choose your own fate. If you don't take my generous offer, then you and I both, all your citizens, and these two lovely sisters will all perish. Why are you scheming? Way, old way. I know you well, too well. You've always had a choice, isn't that right? What will your precious citizens think when they hear that their lives have been placed upon a scale? And on the other side is a young dragon whose name they've never heard. As for me, I don't even have a reason to hurt her. Since I was negligent enough to let you step foot back into the city, there's no reason to let you leave again. Tell. Oh, really? I'll kill you myself. Now, there is no need for that. My life is not yours to take. By the way, you can't save her before I put the handcuffs on her. But you also have to think about defending against me, defeating me, striking me down, annihilating me, and what I'm going to do next. Wait, you're actually afraid of me, aren't you? She's here. Finally. I'll kill her myself. Confessorius, answer me. The leader of Union, is there any value in forming an alliance? Why ask me about things that you know very well, your majesty? A youth with no possessions, background, or capital cannot possibly seek to take an important Ursa city alone. The uninfected rulers know not what to make of her actions. They will panic, overact, and try to resolve the chaos through more destruction and use the chaos caused by infected as a front. But Visark has no better. What do you think of the team she finally left here? They are unworthy, your majesty. As you foresaw, there is no hope for them. They are not trained soldiers, unable to cause the violence that we seek. Eliminating them will not sever Tallulah power. We lack an opportunity to take her out. Right, your majesty. The situation that she fomented and the power she wielded to force the issue shows that she is no one-eyed leader among the blind, or some pampered princeling awaiting the throne. She's a conspirator. And if that is the case, I require a comprehensive response from the Sarkaz. In that case, I have two bits of good news. First, we already have a lead on our search for the Lord of Fiends. Rhodes Island hasn't yet been manipulated by foreign forces. Don't waste time. We need her to begin right now. Please do not be angered and hear me out. She is ready. That power is rightfully ours. The true king of Sarkaz is mightier than the hair of any unknown name. Okay. Holy episode 8. Okay. So I guess I guess the plan out, I think I'll end it here for now. Because, oh man, with the freaking, oh god, with all the stuff that's happening with the freaking OBS. I think it's OBS that's causing all this. Yeah, it's probably a good time to end it here. So I guess I'll start the, was it Arknights, was it? Apparently the other section before starting episode 8. So I guess I'll save that for some other time. I'll call it here for now. Oh man, this is like, oh, it's such a headache. I'll have to figure it out, but yeah, I'm gonna call it here for now. I'll be back. I'll figure out a good time. I think I just need to troubleshoot this first, and I'll decide what when's a good time. But yeah, I'll call it here for now. Hopefully, I could get I could freaking troubleshoot this. But yeah, go head out. I'll be back. Gonna head out. Have a good one.